Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the Sat Show. On this channel I cover stocks, finances, and crypto, so if you want to achieve financial freedom, make sure to subscribe. Feel free to follow me on my social medias as well, links are in the description below. Welcome back to the 5th episode in the genomics series that I'm doing. And guys, not to flex or anything, but our predictions actually came out true. NVTA is actually now working with Pacific Biosciences, and as you can see, these stocks actually ran up quite a bit yesterday. And NVTA ran up more. But yeah, Pacific Biosciences is now working with NVTA to create a high accuracy DNA sequencing platform. And I'll show you guys the article right after this. Well, I lied. We're going to be getting to the article right after I do a quick summary about NVTA. So a lot of investors just think it's a genetic testing company that could tell you your likelihood of getting a genetic disease. However, that is not the case. And they're not making much of a profit right now because they brought their price of testing from $10,000 down to $250 to get as much out there. And our predictions from our last video is that NVTA is making a low margin on these tests right now so they can build a huge DNA database. And in that video, we also talked about how NVTA is going to be an essential company for biotech and DNA sequencing companies in the future because they're going to be needing all this data, DNA data that they're storing. So the most important thing to understand is that the main source of revenue for this company is not going to be from the genetic testing itself. It's going to be from the partnerships with the DNA sequencing companies that are going to need the data. And that's where the main source of revenue is going to come. I also want to add in the fact that ARK Invest owns a large chunk of NVTA and Pacific Biosciences. So these two companies are probably something that you want to pick up. So Pacific Biosciences and NVTA actually started a multi-year collaboration to begin the development of a production-scale, high-throughput sequencing platform that leverages Pacific Biosciences' hi-fi sequencing to expand NVTA's whole genome testing capabilities. So I'm not really familiar with much of the science behind DNA sequencing and genomic testing. However, I do think that the increase in accuracy of genetic testing is going to help NVTA build a better database. And yeah, just let me know in the description below how effective you think this new partnership is. So in the ARK G ETF, Pacific Biosciences is actually their #1 holding, so this should tell you something about what they think about it. And in their ARK K ETF, NVTA is actually, they're holding 4% of it, and that's pretty big stake as well. And yeah, this is just obviously amazing to see both of these companies work together.